Okay, so when people talk about website testing, they're just like boring, and then they do a big yawn and fall asleep. But how important do you think that testing element is on a brand new site, or even on a site that you've made changes on?
It is very important, and equally important in both scenarios, I think. But when you've got a new website out there, you've got to really test it thoroughly. You need to look at every page on a computer, on a tablet, and on a mobile, because you've got to make sure that all the design elements are working on all of those pages. You know, we see it far too often that like headings are vanishing off the side of a mobile, or a photo is just looking bizarre on mobile. So it is really important to do that. It's also really important to click on every link and every button on all devices as well. And this might seem like over the top, but it's not, because on a computer, all the buttons and everything, all the forms and everything can be working beautifully. But actually on a mobile, if like the click area hasn't been done quite right, a button might not work on mobile. Or quite often see that like when you get to a contact form, like the form fields have gone off the side of a page on mobile. So it is really important to test all the functionality on all devices as well. So that is really important to do. And yes, it's a bit time consuming. You might think, well, if the link to the about page works there, it'll be fine everywhere else, but it might not be. And then it is also important to make changes as well, especially if you've put new images in, because again, you could find you've got that weird wonky thing going on mobile. And also you might think, well, I only updated like that bit of text. It'll be fine. Like I've checked that, but actually you scroll down the page and you didn't realize that actually because that bit of text is bigger than it had been previously, you've knocked some things out of whack further down. So it is really important to go and do those tests, because otherwise you've put all this time and effort into creating this website. Don't let yourself down at the final hurdle by not testing the details and by letting yourself down.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for if you're selling something as well online. Make sure that payment mechanism works. Make sure the person's going into your email system as they come in. Make sure that Stripe or the payment gateway is actually recording that sale. Make sure refunds work.
Yeah.
Like you want to test all the processes, because if you don't, then you find out after the fact it's embarrassing, and it makes you look less professional than you could have
Yeah.
been. And all it is an extra hour of your time just to make sure that you
Yeah.
test it.
And it's important to do it with a real credit card as well, because quite often you can use like the fake number to test in Stripe and stuff. But yeah, actually do a real payment and refund yourself just to make sure that it is, yeah, all working. Because you never want to give a refund. But if you are giving a refund, you want it to go smoothly. You don't want it to be any more awkward than it already is. Yeah.